Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here today with my 50 Shades of Green project pan update. I am doing this with the PANtastic ladies. I will link the Facebook group, the creators of this project, and everybody doing it down below. All of that stuff is, as always, is in the description. You don't need to be a member of the group to do it, because this is like the easiest one where you just like go pick items that are green. Any kind of green will do. Any little bit or a lot of green on the packaging will do. You don't necessarily even need to pick 50 at one time. I've seen at least one person doing this where they have 10 products and then as they finish stuff up, they roll new products in. Because they say they don't even have 50 green items in their collection, which I totally respect. You don't even need to be a lady. We're all inclusive. So, yeah, I have one empty since last time. I have finished my Mirrorness Absolutely Smooth Treatment Primer. My first makeup empty in this. Here are my marks. I actually finished this today, but it is empty, and it's empty, and I'm getting this filmed on the 15th. So that's what counts. Because usually I'm late filming stuff, like everything. But that's the only empty I have. We're only on month 3 technically, or I guess update number 2, however you want to count things. As I get to using up more products that are in other project pans, more stuff in this project pan will start rolling in, and hopefully we'll get it all finished up by next April, because this goes from April 15th to April 15th. Now, to talk about the stuff I have used first, as you can see on my nails, I did use my Julep nail polish in Brandis. Here are my marks. Unfortunately, unlike the Eve nail polish that I had in my 50 Shades of Purple project pan, this only takes 2 coats. It does not take 4 to show up. So progress is a little bit slower on this one, which is kind of sad, but I do think that I can get this done. I don't have multiple nail polishes in here this time. I just have one. I learned my lesson. The weight went from 38.6 to 38.0, which is double what I lost last time. Which makes sense. I used it twice since last time. In the first month, I only used it once. Next, I have the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation. This is the oil-free matte one. This is the first time I'm wearing it today. Because I'm not quite ready to start panning this yet. I'm actually trying to finish a concealer as a foundation currently because it's too dark to be an under-eye concealer. But it actually works really well on my face. But because this was the day of the update, I was curious and just wanted to see how many pumps does this take to cover my whole face. And it takes 3 to get like the coverage and spreadability and everything that I want. However, as I noticed when I weighed it, I used up a whole gram of product in that one usage. Does this mean I'm gonna finish it in 30 uses? I hope that's not correct. I hope that's just a little bit of weight fluctuation, like my scale not being perfect, because even though I got this on a 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta, this is too expensive to use up in 30 uses. As I get to using it more and can get a little more stable of a weight guesstimate, we'll see on that. But I wanted to mention that I don't know where it is, like in the tube. I can't see through it yet. Like I know once I get lower, this I'll be able to see through, but probably next month, because that concealer is on its last legs, which is one of the reasons why I felt okay doing a usage of this today, just to kind of gauge it and see how well it works. I was like, oh my god, that can't be right. So that might not be totally correct weight-wise. We'll see. Next, I have something that I introduced this month. It is the Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. For a month of progress, that's not bad. If I'd worn more makeup, it would be better, but it's not bad. I used it, where are my numbers? I used it 10 times. So, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and the Mirrorness primer, I used it 7 times total. I wear a lot of primer. I take primer down my neck, so most people would get double what I do. But I wear makeup down my neck and even on my chest, depending on how low my shirt is. Like, I have makeup down to here, below where you can even see right now, because my shirt is actually, I wouldn't call it low cut, but it actually like shows all of my clavicle and collarbone and stuff like that. So because my skin tone isn't even because of what sees the sun and what doesn't, which not a lot of me sees the sun, period, but you get what I mean. I try to make this shit as even as possible. So yeah, I admittedly used a lot of that today to kind of cover everything that I was putting makeup on. Although I didn't put foundation past my neck, this was just like bronzer. So there is that. Next in the makeup wearing sphere, I'm actually starting to use the lip gloss. This is the e.l.f. Mint Melt Lip Plumping Gloss. I've used it 6 times, including today. And here is my progress, which is quite nice for just 6 uses. It's e.l.f. There's not a lot of product in here. 2.5 milliliters. I did weigh it. It weighed from 16.1 grams to 15.8. Don't be surprised if this is done in like 2 months. It's like I'm not even trying necessarily to use it up. Like, let me rephrase that. Of course I'm trying to use it up. That's why it's in here. I'm not like pushing it though. Like I'm just wearing it kind of when I want to. And I made that amount of progress. So if I wore it like every time I wore makeup, which I didn't, it'd probably be gone in a month. But I'm not in a hurry to use it up necessarily. And now, skipping all the way down to number 15, apparently? Yes. I did wear my NYX Prismatic eyeshadow once in Mermaid. You guys saw me drop it. Actually, like, fell out of the pan last time. I haven't properly repressed it yet. I just kind of pressed it back all into the pan. So, that's what it looks like. I'm still afraid to really mess with this too much. I need to sit down and do a repressing of like 8 different things. And when I do that, I will add some alcohol to this to kind of like mash it down to be sure. Because it's staying put right now, but I'm sure if I held it up like all the way flat, it would fall out again. So that was used once. Next is number 17, which was from my Urban Decay Electric palette. I only used Freak, I didn't use Fringe. Freak is the one that I want to finish, so I'll put the picture of it from last time. And the thing is, I wore it today. It's part of my Pride look today, so that's how I wore it. I wore it as the green part, but here is what it looks like. I hope you can see. One usage really isn't all that much, but that's okay. We got a whole year. I just need to make sure I'm wearing it. I'm not favoring my green eyeshadows right now because in Nightmare on Panning Street there is a palette that I need to use each shade 6 times. And I'm now up to 2 on each shade, so if I can just keep wearing that damn thing, I can start incorporating my green shades again. Next is the Covergirl Full Spectrum eyeliner in Electric Green. I will insert my paper progress here. I have good progress on this, and that's because it gets used when I wear some green eyeshadows as a base. So a lot of it gets used at one time. I will say I used it today as a base too, so I've worn it twice since last time because I needed something light that all the colors on here could show up well and not like if I used my Bad to the Bronze for Maybelline, everything would have a bronze tinge to it. So I didn't want that, but I knew that while green shades do pop on top of this, it doesn't interfere too much with other colors, so I used it today. Next is my Bellapierre Cosmetics Concealer Palette in green. I don't feel like going up to get this, I forgot it, but here's what it looks like last time. I'll put over here what it looks like now. Yeah, I only used it like 5 times because I kept forgetting. Like that is not, for some reason, I don't have a lot of redness in my face anymore. Which, yay, but that means that I'm not using something in a project pan too much. I will say, like, if you look at the picture, the top half that has product on it, that part is really thin. I'm sure it's going to start disappearing a lot in the next couple of months. As long as I remember to wear the damn thing. Like, I've always got a little bit of redness right by my nose, and 90% of the days that I use it, that is where I put it. It's something that can technically be covered up with foundation, but because I have it and I'm trying to get it used up, I use it that way. And finally for makeup, I have my ABH highlighter in Lucky Clover that I want to use 20 times. I've used it 2 more times and it still looks basically the same. It's this one with the pan on it right here. I know it's kind of hard to see, they're all very light. I did take a picture of it before I started using it for this project, so at the end I can compare photos and see what 20 uses does. It looks like the pan is already expanded maybe a little bit. I would have to look at the photo to really be able to tell, but I really don't want to until I'm done with it, so that we can have like a good, I can be just as surprised as you are, let's say. Now on to the non-makeup items. I have my Chanel perfume, the Chance one. We got a little bit more progress this month, which is good. That is my marked progress. I actually had to remark the bottle because the mark from last time had all but disappeared. And I did remember to put clear nail polish over it this time because I forgot last time. The weight went from 194.6 to 188.7, which is a 2 gram more difference. Last time I used up 4 grams, this time I used up 6. Yeah, I think my math is right on that. So, yay. Whew, let's see, what else we got? I have my Zany Laney body spray in You Are Perfect, which I just started using in the past month. This is it right here. It doesn't have a ton of progress yet, but next month it'll be showing a lot more progress. So I'm not worried about getting that used up. I did use my Pure shampoo and conditioner this month. They are the tea tree and lemon sage ones. I traveled somewhere, so I got to use them. I won't necessarily have progress on these every month, at least not until I finish the large shampoo and conditioners. Well, I say large, they're regular size. The ones that are in my bath. Once I finish those up, I would just throw those into my bath and use them regularly and get them used up pretty quick. But until then, they're just my travel shampoo and conditioner. Next, I have the Clean It Zero makeup remover, just this little tiny baby thing. You'd think I would get this used up pretty quickly, but a little bit of this goes a long way, which is probably a good thing, honestly. Its weight went from 20.6 to 18.6, so I used up 2 grams. I don't know how much is in here. 7 milliliters of product. I thought this was measured in grams because I know grams aren't technically the same as milliliters, but as far as our purposes are concerned, you can kind of guesstimate them on a 1-to-1 ratio, but so I probably have about 4 to 3 grams left because this wasn't new when I started using it. Next is something new. It is the Liz Earle Cleanser. This is the Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser. Here are my marks. Now, this is kind of a guesstimate because on the bottle, like, there's a little spike of it all the way up to here, but on the other side it's like down to here, so I just kind of went in the middle. This will probably be done by next month, so I'm not too worried about it. It's not going to hang out long enough for me to really care how accurate the measurements are. Next is my Garnier Brightening Serum Cream. This is the Panilla C, or Vitamin C with Pineapple. Fairly steady in my progress. This is going to take a while, which is fine, I guess. I thought this was going to go faster, but because it's a cream, I can only use a little bit of it at a time. It does have SPF in it though, which is nice. I had no idea that I was using an SPF every day until I actually looked at it one day and was like, oh, this has SPF in it. Because normally I don't wear much SPF because I don't get a lot of sun. And I have a vitamin D deficiency, so what little sun I do get, unless I'm going to be out in it for hours at a time, I could probably just use the sunlight. And finally, I have my Yes to Watermelon Super Fresh Jelly Mask. My marks are about the same. I was able to get a little bit more of a visual on it this time. But I've also been I also decided to start weighing it last time because it was such a struggle for me to see through this for some reason. It's because the actual product is clear and it makes it really hard to actually like, when you're trying to shine a light through it, it's really hard to tell where it is. So last time it weighed 99.4 grams, this time it weighs 93.4 grams. So it has about 90 grams period in the bottle. 6 grams means it's going to take a while to use. It says like over 11 uses. There's way more than 11 uses in here. Unless you're like slathering your face with this, you're gonna get a ton of uses out of it. Don't think you're gonna go through it in a hurry. I got this for like $3 at Ulta because they had like, I guess they were like clearing it out. I don't think it's been discontinued. I think they were just clearing it out of my Ulta. So it's actually really nice as a sleeping mask if you need one. It smells nice and everything, so. That is it. Next time, oh wait, I forgot one. I knew I skipped one. I also have the Shea Moisture Matcha Green Tea and Probiotic Soothing Toner and Hydrating Mist. I'm just using this as a facial mist, but it went from up here to all the way down here. So I'm sure this will be done by next time. As for what I think will be done by next time, I suspect this will be done. This will probably be done. And this should be done. So like 3 little empties. I'm hoping to keep incorporating more things in. Maybe next month I will have more progress on mine. I'm hoping next month I have a better guesstimate of how my foundation is going to go, because like I said, if I'm using a gram per use, either I'm doing something wrong or that foundation is doing something wrong. And like I said, hopefully more things will start coming in so I have more stuff to show you, and just lots of hope all around. So that is it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye.